Welcome to Hammer
Ah.
the number one sports gambling show coming out of the Pat McAfee Thunderdome. I am not Tone Diggs. He is away. He will be back. He'll be fine. Brucey Bruce.
What's going on, dude?
What is going on, Bruce?
You know, hell of a week of football.
Saturday was incredible. Mitt, how you doing, boss?
We're figuring out some stuff back here. I lost my main man Bruce, so I'm running a little bit back and forth. So if I fuck up or something fucks up, that's obviously on me.
I could always just go.
No, you're good. We need
it's fun.
Bruce. I didn't want to sit alone up here. Incredible weekend football. College football Saturday was maybe one of the greatest days of all time. Sunday, actually, some good games too. Texans Jags was very good.
Yep.
Eagles Bills was an absolute banger, and so last night a little bit disappointing. I'd say Ravens Chargers, but I think that's just who the Chargers are at this point.
Sure seems that way, and it's who the Ravens are. They're just going to show up and beat you.
I think that's good for the Ravens, though, heading into the playoffs. I think they'll be I think they are right there as one of the top teams in the AFC in the playoffs as well.
So it was said today by Schefter about 7 coaches he thinks are going to get fired.
7 to 10, and
Yeah.
he said he'd take the over.
That's a fucking lot. Staley is obviously on that list, right? In my opinion.
I was trying to look at who there would be. So right away you say Commanders. That's guaranteed.
Yep.
Rivera's done.
Lame duck.
Packers, I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think
why?
LaFleur.
Because
I don't think-
they do.
That's not how the Packers work.
They're improving, and they figure to finish.
Yeah,
strong.
they are hitting their
So
stride right now.
It's tough to say that LaFleur is certainly gone.
MCDC, no.
Of course not.
Of course not the Niners. Of course not the Seahawks. Not the Dolphins. I know the Jets have to run it back because Rodgers got hurt.
That team's not bad.
But I think...
Could you imagine a world where they clean house besides like Nathaniel Hackett or something like that?
I think Bob Salah deserves to be on the hot seat.
I would tend
Because of the way he's done it a couple weeks in a row here now. He did it against the Raiders. He started laughing and everything when he got the Raiders' new coach on the challenge. He thought it was hysterical. He did it in the Black Friday game when he won a 5-yard challenge with 14 minutes left in the first quarter.
just fired up, dude.
It's like, dude, like, come on. Like, 7 or 10, I think, is a lot. That is, I think Bucks are in play.
Throw Eberflus in there.
Browns
Stop.
or not Browns, yeah. Broncos, no. I think Sean McDermott is in play.
I don't know.
That's
I do because there's no one else left. He's gotten rid of everybody. Anyone who could protect him is now gone, right?
Yeah. You have to believe that you can find a head coach that improves upon what you've had. And I do think that McDermott's body of work, it's like, okay, you're going to bring in one of the Johnsons and it's just instantly going to be fixed.
I don't know how
problem.
I don't think Brian Johnson's even a good OC.
I know you've been
Like what the thing the Bills can't do is stop the run. And the Eagles' run game is incredible, and he didn't run the ball in the first half of that game. In the fucking rain, man.
Yeah, and obviously Steichen got it going a bit with Anthony Richardson kind of looking similar to the Eagles' offense, but it does certainly feel like one of the tougher offenses to just go ahead and duplicate in a new place.
Yeah. I just didn't like the kneeling with 20 seconds left. That's not who the Bills are. Like, you know your team's identity. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Dolphins. Like, Tua threw that pick six before half.
Maybe they were gassed.
But the Dolphins' identity is to fucking
go for that shit.
And that's the Bills' identity with Josh Allen. So it's like, if you don't know your team's identity, I think that's an issue. I don't think McDermott deserves to be fired, but I'm just saying, like, everyone who is gone, he's got rid of everyone else who could protect him. Like, he got rid of Leslie Frazier to take over the defense. He got rid of Ken Dorsey now, that was the best the Bills have. I thought the Bills played really well yesterday.
Yeah, definitely offensively.
Yeah.
They were playing a lot better in the fight, obviously, the whole time. I don't see 7 to 10. I know Shefty reported it.
I think Dennis Allen's
it's tough to find.
I think Dennis Allen's done.
But like you go to like Artie Smith and Vrabes, like are they gonna get no?
Artie if Artie loses some games, Artie will get right back.
I don't think so, man. I really don't. I think they're gonna win that division though.
I do too.
Like I think right now they are the best team in that division, right? As absurd as that sounds, like Panthers stink. Saints don't know what they're doing at this moment. Like Derek Carr's just
definitely
Derek Carr. Like
the Bucks are Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, like
the Fighting Bucks.
I don't think you could like the Falcons deserve to. It's not saying much, but the Falcons deserve to be in first place in that division right now. We'll go through the. I mean, do you think will you put it more on the Lions? Not being at their best, or do you think it's the Packers hitting their stride, or a little of both?
No, I think that the Lions played like absolute shit, and I just don't think that that's the team that they are. Foxy did kind of equate this to the 49ers did have their struggles. I actually am kind of on that same camp of, Jared Goff just honestly got game planned, and good on the Packers for actually showing up. I mean, they've spent so many fucking first-round picks on that defense. They should at least be okay. But, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know who the Lions are, because then you look at who they've beat. You can kind of say the same thing about the Cowboys. They beat the shit out of teams they should. They lose to teams that they like.
That's kind of a tired narrative, in my opinion, and that's
Cowboys?
Just me being a Dolphins fan. But like
the who'd you beat?
It's like like you guess what? We did beat the teams we're supposed to beat. Like that's not a bad thing. Like look at the Broncos now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I mean like Goff giving you 18 straight of like Tom Brady-esque football is a bit pie in the sky. And, I think you do have to hat tip to Jordan Love. He's been improving throwing the ball down the field, and it kind of all came to fruition there on Thanksgiving, obviously.
I think LaFleur called a good game, too, for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
His best game.
They just came out firing.
I still think, I know 49ers were favored by 2. They opened favored by 2 at Philly, which is wild to think about.
They're now favored?
It's now pick 'em. The Niners were -1.5 last time I looked. I still think if the Niners are healthy, I don't know who stops them on either side. But if you got to go into Philly for that playoff game, man, it's like, the fuck did the Jets beat? Like, that's the best meme going right now. It's like Zach Wilson is the only quarterback to beat the Eagles.
It's kind of fucking awesome.
That is absurd, dude.
But
now, Niners are back to -2.5 now at Philly.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
That's going to be a banger, too.
It is all like, it does feel, I think like maybe the knock on the Eagles right now is the longevity is starting to show up, where like Jalen Hurts is kind of like, hobbling a bit slow.
They're 10-1, but they feel.
What was Kelsey talking about on the sideline too? I'm fat. Did you see the clip of him
at the end of the game?
We're doing it over and over over.
If you've watched the Eagles like a lot this year, there's been a lot of Kelsey turning around and like back and forth with him and Hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's like an issue, but it's definitely interesting. He flinched fucking twice on that last drive. Like that never happens. I mean, yes, they're 10-1. Yes, they're the best team in football right now. I get it. Yeah. But they do feel at this moment gettable.
Yeah.
Like I would take the Cowboys to beat them in Dallas right now.
In Dallas.
Yes, not in Philly. So. Not in Philly, but in Dallas, I think the Cowboys could get them. I think the Niners. I just think the Niners are the best team in football if they're healthy.
The Niners can get anybody, but I think 2 weeks ago I was watching the game. I think it was like Jim Nantz or somebody. It might have been Romo was talking about that Kelsey thing because Kelsey turned around. I think 2 plays in a row, and I know that Kelsey in general has called the protections. In the NFL, like either your center is calling the protection or your quarterback. It usually depends on the offense and stuff like that. So maybe they switched that up. I mean, Jalen Hurts has been getting more and more just control over the offense over the last couple of years. Maybe that's starting to actually like turn against them in a way. But
they find a way, man. They're just resilient. Like
a win's a win.
You know what I mean? Impressive win by the Jags, I thought, over the Texans.
With how hot the Texans are playing
yep.
and being able to, I guess not really even stop C.J. Stroud, but slow him down was very impressive by their defense. Because I like their offense. I just think that their defense has been suspect. Calvin Ridley came out and played like Calvin Ridley should.
Yeah. I mean, they showed up and jumped on him at home. They got the Boo Birds out early, which was kind of ridiculous. They're just booing in Houston.
They were doing it they booed the Eagles off the field at halftime.
Yeah,
it's like they're down 10 points and 9-1.
Crazy. CJ is unbelievable though. The comeback effort obviously fell short, but he is diabolical, man. That one that got called back, obviously, just
the Tank Dell.
Yeah, just darts all over the place.
Another one for the Broncos.
Hell yeah.
So is Russ?
They are. I know everybody thinks like if you didn't watch much Seahawks football, like maybe you would think like Russ was like this deep ball guy. Like, is this Russ in his prime? No, but this is kind of who Russell Wilson is. Like, don't make mistakes. Let's run the ball, and I'll make a play in the red zone when I need to.
Yep, bingo. The craziest thing to me is just the Browns home and away splits. Obviously, you got the quarterback injury problems, and now Myles Garrett, it seems like he's going to be fine. But he's banged up now. But the fact that they are just like basically like a borderline Super Bowl contender defense in Cleveland, and then getting lit up on the road basically I think the points against difference is like basically 17 points.
They are going to trot out Joe Flacco this weekend.
They fucking better.
Awesome. I respect.
Probably get a dub.
What else we have for big games? Falcons won. We talked about that. Steelers win 16-10. Put some yards on the board.
That was the worst fucking game. I understand they scored a lot. They got a lot of yards, but dude, that game stunk.
They're gonna be in the playoffs. Like the Dolphins are gonna play the Steelers in the first round of the playoffs. Like I can see it now.
You don't want to play the Steelers.
No, not at all. This is what's gonna happen.
I mean, if they're running for 150 with Naj leading them out for 99 yards, then they're gonna be tough to stop.
Their O-line has been way better this year. That hasn't really been talked about. Another win for the Tommy DeVito Giants.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it has been a blast. It was awesome to see him at a home game. All the DeVitos there, throwing up the hey. I'm sure they had some amazing cutlets post game, nice chicken parm, all that jazz. Do you start to worry about like, all right, we're going from pick 4 to pick 6 to pick 8 to pick 10? Yeah, I guess, but you got to just enjoy it and have fun while you're getting turnovers and squeaking out wins against, man, probably the worst Patriots team that we'll ever see.
Rams are like good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I don't know how else to say it. It's like they're not great. Are they a playoff team if Stafford's healthy? Maybe, but like they're kind of behind the 8 ball with their record. But like, yeah, they're Kyron Williams back. Like they looked very good yesterday against. I don't know what the Cardinals are at this point.
You got to start to worry about the fire in the gut. You have to. Dobbs might have been the source of a lot of that fire.
Like, is Kyler like see, I could see the Falcons trading for Kyler or Justin Fields.
That would be so fucking awesome.
Because I could see it in Artie's offense. Because it's clear, like, I get they like Desmond Ridder, but at this point, it's like, dude, like.
Wouldn't you rather, though, now, I guess people will be trading their quarterbacks because of how good the draft class is, but wouldn't you rather trade up and get a rookie deal than ship in Justin or Kyler?
Justin's on a good deal because, like, he's still technically on his rookie deal. Keep him for 2, see what he is. Then if he's good, you do have to pay him. But Kyler's already been paid. That's the problem with
that.
Kyler.
That depends how you feel. Like we talk about the quarterbacks in the draft class, like how many realistically do we know right now that are going to be
even starters?
Like
I don't know.
Caleb, Drake, May. Who do you put after that?
I'm confident in 4 of them, and I think my boy JJ is a great flyer in the 4th, 5th, 6th round.
Do you put Bo Nix in there
if he's class? He's outside of kind of that age window, right? Isn't he like 25, 26?
26.
Yeah, so
he's going to be is he going to be a first rounder?
What
if he wins the Heisman?
There's no way Bo
What if he wins the Heisman, dude?
3rd rounder?
Has a Heisman winner ever not gone in the first round?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if that's true.
It's got to be, right?
I mean, fucking Charlie Ward or whatever that he ended up playing for like the Knicks, who played at Florida State. But I mean, I don't fucking know. I think Bo Nix is a hilarious story. Bo Nix is not 26 because I'm 25 and I know he's at least
he was
younger
at
than me.
Auburn for like 5 years before this.
I know. I went to, well, he was there for 3. And I was in college when he was a freshman. So I know he's at least a year younger than me. I don't think by much. So that, but like also Penix is
I would
at
take
that age.
I like Penix, but Penix has not looked good in a few weeks.
True. And that was weird post game. I don't know what happened. I hope everything's okay.
Hey, the emotions get the best of you in the Apple Cup.
Bro.
It was the last ever Apple Cup.
True.
And
yeah, would much rather have the Milrow side of the emotion Rolodex.
Yeah, Milrow's a dog. He's got the juice.
Yep, sure does.
Now if we go to college football, I mean, obviously Alabama comeback, Michigan win.
Jesus Christ,
yep.
dude.
Yeah, I mean
every rivalry game was like even Georgia Tech was close for a lot of the game.
That surprised the shit out of me. But
just rivalry week.
I thought Billy Napier's boys were gonna do it. They were up 12-0 right before half and didn't even cover 7.5. It was great.
Yeah.
The game was crazy. It is. I think Schefter did mention it on Pat's show early, but it did feel like Ryan Day gave the halftime speech of a lifetime. And then Zinter going down kind of sucked the air out. Michigan kind of all goes out there and says, we got to do it for 65. And it just flipped that momentum back. And then they were able to ride that basically all the way.
It was a cool football game to watch because it was like old school ball. It was like, we're going to run it down your throat. Yeah, we're going to run it down your throat. Yeah. Maybe our quarter, like at the bottom line, at the end of the day, JJ made more plays than McCord. Yeah. And that's why they won. Like that interception by McCord was just, you can't do that.
You could blame the Ohio State O-line a bit there, especially at the end. But that Michigan secondary, even Sanderstrill coming down and hitting Trayvon Henderson with that, one of the coolest tackles I think I've ever seen. That Michigan secondary is just a bunch of dogs. You know, Charles Woodson's talking to him all the time, just getting him fired up. Love the group.
And then, I mean, how do you keep Florida State out if they're undefeated? Like, that is a serious issue here. I get Florida State fans. You know what? Good team. If Travis was healthy, fine. Undefeated, you can be in the top 4. But it's like, man, we're gonna trot out a backup QB against fucking Georgia.
But like a giant problem is, and I understand the ACC isn't that amazing anymore. Florida State is such a storied program that even if they were undefeated and there wasn't a playoff, if they weren't number 2 and there's only one other undefeated team, like they would be still arguing to get in. I actually do think that they have genuinely a case. I mean, they beat a not as good LSU team as a lot of people think now, but I mean, they do have good wins. They don't have any obviously they don't have any glaring losses. They don't have any times where they didn't show up either. Like even without Jordan Davis, they still showed up.
So they opened -4.5 against Louisville. It's now -2.5.
Wow.
So people are believing in Brahms' boys even after losing to.
See that litigates it though. We don't have to sit here and do all the what ifs because they gotta strap them up and go play.
Dude,
as does Alabama and Georgia. That
was another banger.
The lines are.
Louisville could win that game, bro.
The lines that came out for these are like, I was very surprised. Like Oregon laying 9.5 against Washington.
Yep, neutral site, Las Vegas, which is a fast track. You got to think that those Ducks uniforms are going to be flying around. They're
wearing the silver helmets for sure at that stadium.
Yep. They should get a black going.
But even like New Mexico State catching 10 against Liberty,
crazy.
Like that seems a lot.
Crazy. You could probably close your eyes, take every underdog against the spread. And
Texas
and
is -14.5 against Oklahoma State.
That's probably the one favorite where I would be looking to lay it.
Maybe my favorite play, Miami of Ohio +7.5 versus Toledo in the MAC championship.
You know the rules.
Oh yeah.
Boise State -2 against UNLV. Georgia's up to 6. That opened 4.5, I believe.
Ooh,
App State getting 6.5 versus Troy. SMU +5.5 versus Tulane. Tulane was -150 on the money line yesterday. So people love Tulane. And then
or love SMU or no, you're saying it's getting steamed.
Yeah, Tulane opened -2.5, -3, I think. Michigan laying 23 naturally with a total of 35.5.
Yep. So
that might be spot on.
That naturally sets the Iowa team total at 6.5.
Do you think?
which is ridiculous.
Which might be right.
That's the most disrespectful team total.
Do not want to see Deacon thrown against that Michigan.
If Cooper DeJean was playing both ways, I would legitimately be pretty terrified right now.
This is fucked up.
And then Florida State, we talked about -2.5. And then the week after, obviously, Army, Navy. Army's laying 2.5 versus Navy.
It's that short with Navy, really.
Yeah.
After they came out and stuck at the Air Force, I'm pretty rock solid on my Army pick this year.
Who could blame you? But the rivalry weekend feels like you just got to take the dogs. Like every
championship,
every game was so freaking close, man.
Let's do tonight, huh?
You want to do tonight?
Let's do tonight, huh?
Bears at Vikings, NFC North classic.
Classic.
Oh yeah, we've been waiting for this one for a lot. This is the Monday night we've been talking about for a long time. Vikings laying 3, total 43.5. Money line -160 Vikings, Bears +135. Give me Vikings money line. What you say, Bruce?
I was impressed by the Bears defense in much of that heartbreaking loss to the Detroit Lions. They were getting some turnovers. Goff wasn't giving them up going into that game. And I do think that we've been seeing kind of the leveling out of the Josh Dobbs magic a little bit.
You're off the pasture.
I love the Pasternaut, and I do respect him mightily, especially with the scrambling and doing it with his legs. I also think that Justin Fields will have success against the Flores kind of zero blitz, send everybody type of approach. I think he'll be able to, scramble, evade, and either throw down the field to DJ Moore. I've seen DJ Moore, by the way, his receiving yards over. Some books have turned off you being able to parlay it because it's taking so much action tonight. But all this to say, I'm on the Bears plus the 3. I actually bought it bought the hook -130.
Smart. What do you say, Mitt?
I have gotten smoked this week, so I'm taking 2 here. We're taking the Vikings -3. I did also buy it to 2.5 actually. So them -2.5, and then I'm taking the under of the total game. The Bears defense has impressed me.
Bold.
I do not think that, 43.5, not the highest total of all time, but obviously primetime unders this year. And I mean, 2 probably more running style games with both quarterbacks playing. So I think we're going under.
All right.
I like
baby, man.
The lone bear.
Got, I don't have anything in the NBA tonight.
You got to bet the suck
dude,
bowl.
I kind of hate the
You got to bet. You got to bet Wizards Pistons.
Okay, let me.
Who are you taking?
It's a must bet. I'm on the Pistons money line. Cade Cunningham.
Yep, I'll join you. I'll take the home team.
Yep. Cade Cunningham had success against the Pacers, and the Wizards are similar in the sense where they push the tempo and don't play much defense. And for that reason, I'm on the home team, the Detroit Pistons, to get off the schneid.
Would you say these teams are cold, Bruce?
As cold as ice, willing to sacrifice your love. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Skates. Mike Reed.
Our baby, man.
It's okay. I should have known a glory boy like Bruce will do everything he can to get his mug in front of the camera up here in the main room. Wouldn't be back there running the board.
Good
to see you, Bruce.
That was my call.
Yeah.
You don't want to get lonely.
No.
I get it.
It would be a little
do you have
weird.
any? Do you have any NBA tonight, man?
Yes, I do have a couple picks in the NBA. We got the Lakers going into Philly. Lakers +6. I'm hoping AD balls out. LeBron is questionable. So we got Lakers +6. The over of the Pacers still has yet to fucking hit an under. So Portland Trailblazers coming into the Pacers over 240 there. And then the Denver Nuggets going against the Clippers. I did see that the Joker is questionable. If the Joker is out, I'm not taking this. But if the Joker is playing, I'm definitely taking it. I'll probably take a money line.
All right. To the ice we go. The Sabres at the most wins in the NHL right now. New York Rangers.
Let's go Rags.
Sabres and Rags. How can you not
Is
go?
Trouba suspended?
Oh, the guy should be.
That guy.
It wasn't that
Kick
bad.
him out of the league.
It's what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
It wasn't that bad.
Guy that's done it before.
a repeat offender.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
he
I'm
had
saying.
either that game or the game before, the Trouba train was just fully on the tracks.
Trouba, anytime he sees the head of an opponent that he can strike with any part of his body, he's all in for it.
I mean, sometimes the gambling gods just smile upon you.
What do we got?
You need to walk in and you guys be talking about that fucking scumbag Trouba.
Oh,
He
dude,
is.
it wasn't
Fuck
that bad.
that guy.
It wasn't that bad.
Fuck that
dude.
guy. I don't care.
Soft up
I
there.
don't care if he missed him. That's not how you
Soft
play the
up there,
fucking
dude.
game, okay? He should be. If this was, he should be arrested and thrown in fucking jail, like the guy who killed
All
Adam
right,
Johnson.
let's-
R.I.P.
Let's make the Bruins the moral police.
Thank you.
You know the worst part of this, Trouba?
Is a dog.
He's a Michigan man.
He's a
No.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
you don't say.
Bruce is going to go
right.
twice as hard.
He's a dog.
Jeez,
Sorry,
I respect the way.
his stick slipped.
Look, I respect the way Trouba plays. He's a mean cuss. I
Did
respect.
you see
Trouba.
the edits, dude? It's so funny.
Yeah.
They put him on Jose Batista in the Yabo.
Yeah.
Very funny.
There's a couple good ones of Trouba, but yeah, I was fucking red hot when I saw that.
As you should have been.
I was so mad.
Most wins in the
Fuming.
He's
NHL.
acquired
Sorry
quite a
about-
rap list.
Are you guys
lately.
now
The
first?
Rangers have
Yeah.
the most wins in the National Hockey
Sorry
League.
about
Why are you framing it like that? I don't get it.
Because the Bruins have.
Oh, how many losses do they have?
They're 15-3-1. Bruins 14-3-3.
Oh, we've lost 3 times in overtime, boys.
Bit of a schneid lately.
Boys.
I was
They
gonna
have
say,
been
yeah,
on a bit of a schneid.
Red Wings beat us. They're the only team to beat us twice. They have 2 of those 3 losses. The fucking Red Wings.
It's tough to stomach.
It's just these original 6 teams, man. They're fucking pesky.
Yeah, they strap it on when they go toe to toe.
They do. It just means more.
It does. They know it.
Trouba did apologize.
What do you say?
He was apologetic. I just read it.
I mean,
Tell me.
I love-
Sorry.
I love how then NHLPA works. Like I'm for the fine, like max fine being $5,000. I'm not against that at all. But we need to do something about this. We can't. This guy can't just pay $5,000 and get back on the ice.
That's
Take a class.
Exactly what happens and what's going to happen.
Send him to anger management.
Did you see the one against the Flyers? The guy was trying to fight him for a hit, and he just kept skating and decapitated another guy.
Yeah.
Trouba's the man.
Flyers.
He's a menace.
You guys,
I like Trouba.
both have 31 points. Rangers played 1 less game.
Oh, so
Panthers are fucking right at the top.
they're buzzing.
Surgeon.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it's a
Buzzing.
huge matchup with the Saves.
It is a bit of a matchup.
It is.
I actually,
B6,
Wait,
or sorry,
football
Rags.
gods?
yeah, speak to you. Hey,
what do you
nice
got?
fucking 7K parlay.
Yeah, God didn't speak to me, but got the 2 tutties.
What's that?
I got back late Sunday, so I didn't place any bets for the 1 o'clocks. And the 1 o'clock slate, there's a bunch of 2 touchdowns. And I really haven't been placing that many 2 touchdown parlays this year because scoring's been down. But once you see something like that, that was kind of my football.
When I saw Kyron Williams in there, I was like, how the fuck?
Dude,
Genius.
that guy's unbelievable.
Like Pacheco, I
Great
get.
football.
I love Pacheco. Always want to see him in the paint. But
Yeah.
I did not picture Kyron Williams getting in twice.
I just remember Kyron Williams. Funny enough, he beat me yesterday in fantasy too. Early in the year, he beat me.
Bittersweet.
Tuds. So I was like, all right, I'm going Kyron Williams. Fuck it.
Fantasy gods.
Checo,
Fantasy
too,
god,
had
yeah.
scored in how many weeks?
But 3, I think. He had 2 in the first half. Yeah, we got lucky. Oh, no, his second one was the first drive of the second half. We got lucky. That was great. But I think we ride the 2 tuds into tonight.
Here we go.
So I'm going to go Fields 2 tuds.
Ooh.
I'm going to
Okay.
sprinkle Cole Kmet 2 tuds.
Okay.
Because Cole Kmet, when he scores twice.
Cole Kmet, dude.
Cole Kmet. Dude.
Cole Kmet, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Go Irish. Dude. Yeah, dude.
Dude, he's a guy.
So that's my pick for tonight.
Thank you.
Not the gods. Me.
Just
Respect.
Nice.
Hammer Dahn.
Hammer Dahn.
Hammer Dahn.
Hammer
Thank you,
Dahn.
sir.
I'm on the bees tonight, puck line.
Go me.
I have I got the Rangers and the Bruins moneyline parlay full game plus 105. Probably my favorite pick of the evening, my friend.
I like it. I got the Rags in 60 in regulation, and I will also take, as I've just said, the bees puck line against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Why are the Panthers only minus 130 at Ottawa?
I thought it was strange too, and looking
Big
around at a
Bob?
couple models, you know, like to check out the models and their butts. There was a big butt here, and it said that Ottawa actually has the edge in this game, and I don't know. So I was just gonna stay away from it. Big Bob's going. I like that.
Yeah, put me down on the Cats in that one. I like the Cats.
You're going on the record. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's go. Is Vassy in net again for the Lightning?
Vassy is.
I should have tweeted it out, man. I know they scored 8 goals on like 15 shots, but the Lightning were plus 160 money line in Vassy's return against the Hurricanes. The disrespect.
Yeah.
To maybe one of the greatest goalies.
Can't disrespect the big cat like that. And I will look for him again to get it done as a dog against Colorado.
You like him against Colorado?
Give me boats. Yeah. Right. I know it's going to be a tall order. It's not going to be easy, but let's see if they can run it back here.
Vegas very short at Calgary as well.
It's a wonky slate.
These lines are
I'm lost. I feel like a child.
You give me Vegas minus 115 at Calgary, I will take it every time.
This is another one where when I was looking at the research,
Aiden Hill
people smarter than us, the analytics folks, they were on Calgary as well, and I didn't love it. So another one, I'm just going to stay away. I'm going to see what happens.
And then we
got 2 games, good test, good indicators tonight of the model.
The nightcap, naturally, the Capitals into the Shark Tank.
I
don't hate the Sharks plus 195 at all.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Hungry.
I got nothing here. More power to you. I hope the Sharks pull it off if you're leaning that way.
Is Corey Perry going to be playing hockey anytime soon?
I don't know. The rumor sounds fishy, but it does come from a reputable source. I'm not one to question the Hockey Insider's information.
Anytime I see Insider with 2 R's,
and there's something to it.
NHL with 2 L's.
Oh yeah, that's fake every day.
That's reputable. That's real.
He doesn't know about the Insider.
You don't know.
That's why
these are NHL insiders.
Yeah, I'm too used to the NFL.
This is fucking Mike Commodore, okay?
This isn't Bill's buddy.
This is a real.
This isn't ML football. Yeah, this is Commie.
A real guy.
Commie always has. He may not have the whole truth, but he's got some of the truth in there.
If you guys if you don't want him, Blackhawks, a lot of teams need a guy like Corey.
Send him home.
Yeah. Texas hockey went to the cup with him.
Maybe he goes back to Anaheim.
Just let Corey Perry go play hockey.
Let him fly.
If you don't want him on your team, Blackhawks. Thank you, Nicky.
Good luck, boys.
Good luck.
He's doing a good job. He is doing.
You think so?
The hat looks good, Bruce.
Does it?
Yeah, Bill's got that sweet
camo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have the camo one.
Super sweet.
These are the new For the Brand strapbacks. You can actually get them at store.patmcafeeshow.com.
Yep.
Strapback.
That's what they're listed on the site.
I'm a big dad hat guy.
Me either, but it's listed on the site as new For the Brand strapback.
Strap it up.
Not a snapback.
How do you feel about college basketball tonight, Bruce?
I am dipping the toes. There is maybe one, if not the greatest rivalry in college basketball. It is right up there in the top 3. They've been playing since 1911, every year since 1922. The campuses sit less than 3 miles apart. I'm talking about Manhattan College.
I thought
is heading to the oldest gym,
felt like you were
to the oldest gym in college basketball to take on my Fordham Rams. I haven't fully committed here because I don't know if I want to be this level of dirtbag on a Monday night. But Manhattan plus 12 is a play of the year candidate. There is
your Fordham.
There is 0.00000% chance that Fordham covers 12. They've been struggling. They're fresh off a trip to St. Thomas where they went 1-2 in the Paradise Jam against, Norfolk State, Kent State, and the like. So not a great start to the season for our boys. And Manhattan, this freaks me out more than anything. They just played UConn. They're coming in off a 30-point loss to UConn. They just saw what it's like to go up against the best in this nation. And I think that they go into Rose Hill and could win outright. I am also on Elon.
You're on Elon against Presbyterian?
Are you on Presbyterian?
I'm not on it, but
your water.
I'm not on it, but I would lead Presbyterian plus 3.5.
Damn it! Well, I'm on Elon, and then if you're bored at 11,
are you talking about the boys in UC Santa Barbara?
No, I'm not.
Are you talking about the boys?
I'm talking about
Utah
St.
Tech?
Mary's.
Oh, you like St. Mary's too?
I'm taking St. Mary's. I think that they win, fouls late. They cover the 4.5.
Oh, no.
And that is purely just hey, I see St. Mary's. I know it's basketball o'clock. I see the Utah Utes, and I'm not thinking
Utah's
basketball.
been playing good ball.
Yes, they have. But,
They have been.
but this is in St. Mary's country, and this is what St. Mary's does. I like them to get the job done.
All right. I'm on UC Santa Barbara plus 1.5 at Fresno State.
Natural.
Where else would we be?
I locked in Utah plus 5.5 at St. Mary's.
Hate to see it.
I think that's too many. And just a classic matchup here. You think Monday nights. All basketball. You could watch NFL, Vikings. You could watch fucking NBA, two of the worst teams of all time. You lock in and you take Utah Tech on the money line at Lindenwood.
Of course.
Lindenwood's tough barn.
Is it?
But these Utah
I
Tech
don't know
boys,
if
tough
it is.
barn?
these Utah Tech boys are playing ball.
How many people
Yeah,
do you think are in that barn tonight?
That is one of the
8
things
games.
when you
6?
that is when you find we talked about before, you find one of these streams and you see the gymnasium that looks like Spectrum Community School, high school in Victoria, British Columbia.
Yep, exclusive on Facebook Live.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to bet on Utah Tech Lindenwood, but I do. I like Utah Tech. And then Fulham just went up on Wolves in the 90th.
Ooh.
Burnley boys. We got a must win for Burnley at Sheffield this week.
Yeah, I mean, Luton Town is sending them down, sadly.
No, but if you beat Sheffield, I mean,
They're in the bottom tree.
the worry for Burnley boys is their legendary coach, Sean Dyche, now coaches for Everton. Could Burnley's legendary coach, Sean Dyche, be the ones that send Burnley down? Champions League tomorrow.
Ooh.
Put me down for Dortmund, double chance at AC Milan. PSG money line is short at home against Newcastle. Newcastle won on the weekend against Chelsea. They're a little short man, though. They got a bunch of injuries still. Atletico Madrid, draw no bet at Feyenoord would be the last one. Anything else for you boys? Mitt, you got something special to send us out of here on this beautiful Monday?
Yeah, actually, I got something for Tony.
All right.
I miss you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Love you, Tony.
Miss you, Tony.
Miss you.
And Tony, just remember,
Thank you, Tony.
man isn't born a cowboy. He becomes one.
Hell yeah.
Was that a Mitt special, or is that somebody have that?
This is off of 100cowboyquotes.com. So,
No byline.
The
Just-
greatest website
know.
ever created.
It's one of these 100 cowboys, or it's just this is a list of 100 cowboy quotes.
it's a list of 100 cowboy quotes. So we might have a theme this week.
That a boy, Mitt.
Beautiful. I think I'm done as a soccer fan. I will say that.
Oh, you can't.
You have the coolest
Dude,
harp
you
in the
can't.
fucking place.
I think
three
once-
tough games on the bounce.
Once the leaves change, it's tough for me to get. I think I'm out until the Euros. I think I'll be back for the
Dude,
Euros.
you can't jump off the Spurs because of 3 losses on the bounce.
You're right, and they'll get healthy. They'll get Matters back.
will.
They'll be buzzing
I
around.
mean, I told you, those villains.
Those villains are
Aston
tough.
Villa is a tough team to play. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you listening. Good luck.
God bless.
Hammer
Dahn.